like I used to. And if I tried just doing this with thumb power alone, I'd be in dire straits pretty soon. I wouldn't be able to pick up a pencil. That's what I wouldn't be able to do. So, alright. So we're going to come back to this joint in a minute. First, I just want to secure. This looks a little. There we go. I want to be able to see this line a little better. I didn't clean this up yet, so there we go. That's good enough. Alright, and that's just so I can actually see the line I'm going to here. Again, every step is critical to the next step. Every phase of the build, you want to. Now you notice I'm locating these pins away from the formers, because if I put pins right where the formers go, then I got to move them before I can put the formers in. And I'm not going to move the formers over, put them someplace they don't go, just to make room for my pins. That would be wrong. Scooch this forward a little bit so we line up here on the tail wheel cutout. And we just want to. She's still back a bit. But I think, you know, the drawings can be right, and the drawings can be a little bit less than right. They're mostly right. I've never had a problem, a big problem. Never even had a problem I can recall with any Guillow or Dumas kit that I built. Dumas, however you want to say it. It's up to you. But as far as that goes, I've never had a problem with those kits either. So. The drawing's usually very good, the instructions very clear, the parts always are here. I've never had a call about a missing part or a damaged or malformed plastic or anything like that. I have ordered extra stuff. I ordered extra stuff from Guillow once. I was building the Dumas Widgeon Grumman seaplane. But I didn't want to put Ranger engines on it as it has in the plan. I wanted radials, and the perfect size cowling for those radials was the cowlings for the PBY from Guillow. So I ordered that sheet that had the two cowlings and spinners, and I think it even had part of the props. Anyway, it was perfect. If you are planning on building, this goes this way and this way, planning on building the Dumas Widgeon, I think they call it the J2F for amphibian. They don't actually call it Grumman or Widgeon, but that's what it is. It's probably a copyright or a licensing problem, but if you get that kit and you want to build a retrofitted Grumman Widgeon with radials, you can use the nacelles, the engine nacelles, and the cowlings from the PBY kit. And I think it only cost $6 for that vacuum form sheet that had all the parts I needed. Just one sheet had all the parts you need. It was like $6 and another 8 or 9 for shipping. But it's all you need to transform that Dumas Widgeon from a Ranger inline underpowered version to the nicer radial powered Baby Goose. So if you're thinking along those lines, or if you want to test my theory, I welcome you to test it. It works. I did it, and it looks really good. I like the look of the little Grumman seaplane a lot. And let me tell you, with those radials instead of with the Ranger engines, it looks really, I mean, it really makes a big difference. I've got some big pins and some little pins here. It doesn't matter what you use. Okay, so you see we're getting this on here nicely, squarely, straightly, happily, and decently. Grab a few more of these pins out of the bin. So around here I try to reuse stuff. I know you probably do too. So for these pin bins, I just use the bottom of a water bottle, just slice it off, and a lot of small parts for modeling, whatever it is, plastic models. You put your small things in there, and you know, the only thing I don't have for those is lids, but you know, with the pins, I'm not worried about them wandering off. As long as you have a place to put it where it won't get bumped around or knocked over, you're golden. Okay. Still have these out. Okay, let's find this line here. Oof. There we go. Alright, that should look pretty good. I think it looks good. Now we'll just get this connection just right. There we go. Alright, I need a brand new bottle of this stuff. I think this one's getting tired. This is what happens when you let a project languish like I did with the old P47. She sat for 2 years. I thought it was only one, but it was 2 years. It just sat on the bench here, and most of my supplies just sat on the bench too. I used some of the stuff for that's really bad. Super it's like this stuff is like syrup now, and that's not what you want. It'll still adhere really well, but it's gonna get everywhere. Get this off of this pin. All right. Shoot. Tools, buddy. Where's your stuff? All we really need for this is this will do. Just scrap balsa. So I just want to work that kind of flat. Do you remember I'm going to be infilling on this, and having a big pile of glue there is going to interfere with the infill piece that's going to set on this area, so I'm going to make sure we smooth that out before we get to that point. Alright, so now we just want to double check where we're at. I'm going to get those side keels built. So we got this, and now we need to do this, and then we'll get the frames going, and then we'll get the stringers on her. Okie dokie, let's get that keel. It's made of A5 and A6. A5 and A6, here we are. Move the artillery out of the way. This is A6. I bought this kit recently. I mean, I want to say it was probably 6 months ago now. But I bought it from a vendor that I know for a fact has pretty high turnover on their products. So I have pretty good confidence that this kit was manufactured, you know, recently as opposed to years ago. And that's why I think this these parts are so cleanly cut. As I say, there's literally no crushing of this balsa wood. It's not laser cut, but man, these are clean cuts. So I'm not back sanding in this case. Not going to back sand these sheets. Sometimes the part line gets lost on the black line that they include on here, the registry. So sometimes that happens. This is A6, so it goes here. We want to pay attention to this crack line. They want us to make a slice, very thin score cut in the wood there, so that we can crack it to follow the shape of the fuselage at that point. So I probably could have laid these up first and not had all these pins in my way. That would have been smarter than what you see me doing now. My dog, somebody's at the gate. I should probably go check on that.